Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today the topic of our lesson is roots and coefficients of quadratic equation from unit 2, that is theory of quadratic equation. We will cover pages number 26 till 29. Introduction. Relation between roots and coefficients of quadratic equation. Sum and the products of roots of quadratic equation without solving it, and finding the values of unknown involved in a given quadratic equation. Quote of the day. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream, not to plan, but also believe. Objective of the lesson. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to find the relation between the roots and the coefficients of a quadratic equation, find the sum and the products of roots of a given quadratic equation without actually solving it, find the values of unknown involved in a given quadratic equation when sum of the root is equal to a multiple of product of roots, when sum of the roots is equal to a given number, when roots differ by a given number, when roots satisfy a given relation, both sum and the product of roots are equal to a given number. Roots and coefficients of quadratic equation. As you all know, ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 is a standard form of quadratic equation, and in this equation a and b are the coefficients of x square and x respectively, whereas c is the constant term. And if we apply completing square method on this standard form of quadratic equation, we get two values of x, that is minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. And students, you can see that I have written these two values separately. I have written minus b with plus sign and under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and minus b with negative sign b square under the root b square minus 4ac 2a. These are the two separate values of x when we apply completing square method on this standard equation. Let's call these two values of x as alpha and beta. I have given name to the positive value of x as alpha, and I have given the name beta to the value with the negative sign. So alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation. Let's discuss relation between the roots and coefficients of a quadratic equation. First of all, we will find out the sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta. As you know students, the values of alpha and beta, and if we add these two values, we have to take out the LCM of these two fractions. By taking their LCM, you can see that the radical signs are in opposite symbols, so they will be cancelled out. We get minus 2b upon 2a. 2 will also be cancelled out, so the value of sum of the roots will be alpha plus beta is equals to minus b upon a. And now we will find out the products of root, that is alpha beta. If we multiply the values of alpha and beta, we have to apply the formula of a square minus b square on the numerator. We will take minus b as a and the root b square minus 4ac as b. If we apply formula of a minus b into a plus b, this radical sign will be cancelled out by the square. So we get b square minus b square plus 4ac upon 4a square. B square minus b square will be cancelled out, so we get 4ac upon 4a square. So the product of the roots will be alpha beta is equals to c upon a. So students, by the relation of roots and coefficients of quadratic equation, we have find out the formula for sum of the roots and also the formula for the product of the roots. Now, the sum and the product of the roots of a given quadratic equation without solving it. Students, I am going to solve question number 1 part 2 of exercise 2.3. A quadratic equation 3x square plus 7x minus 11 is equals to 0 is given, and we have to find out the sum and the product of the roots of this quadratic equation. So we consider alpha and beta are the roots of the given equation, and if we compare the given equation with the standard form of quadratic equation, we will get the values of a, b and c. So by putting the values of a, b and c in the formulas of sum of the root, that is alpha plus beta, we get alpha plus beta is equals to minus 7 upon 3, and by putting the values of in the formula alpha beta is equals to c upon a, we get alpha beta is equals to minus 11 upon 3. Hope you understand this question. So students, here is task. Now you have to solve question number 1, part 4, parts 5 and 6 in the same way which I have explained to you. Now, to find out the unknown values involved in a given quadratic equation, I am going to explain question number 2, part 1, and in this question we have to find out the value of unknown, that is k, if the sum of the roots of the equation is twice the product of the roots. In this question, a condition is given. So we start by supposing alpha and beta are the roots of the given equation. Sum of the roots will be alpha plus beta is equals to minus b upon a. By putting the values of a and b, we get as alpha plus beta is equals to 3 upon 2k. And by putting the values of a and c in the formula, in the product of the roots, we get alpha beta is equals to 2. Now, according to the given condition, sum of the root is equals to twice the product of the roots. You can see in the question, it is written as that sum of the roots is twice the product of the roots. I have written this equation in mathematical form. So we have already find out the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta by putting the values of these two, we can find out the value of unknown, that is k. Again, you have to do question number 2, part 2 in the similar manner which I have explained in a previous slide. Sum of the squares of the roots is equal to a given number. I am going to explain question number 3, part 1 of exercise 2.3, in which we have to find out the value of k if the sum of the squares of the roots of the equation is 2. So students, we will start by supposing alpha and beta are the roots of the given equation. So the sum of the roots will be alpha plus beta is equals to minus 3 upon 4, k will be cancelled out. And the product of the roots alpha beta will be equals to minus 2 upon k. Since sum of the squares of the roots of the equation is equals to alpha square plus beta square. Students, kindly consider this, the sum of the square of the roots. Roots are alpha and beta, and their sum of their square can be written as alpha square and beta square. We will first find out the value of alpha square and beta square, as we do not have any direct formula of alpha square plus beta square. So we use the basic formula, that is alpha plus beta whole square is equals to alpha square plus 2 alpha beta plus beta square. So if we shift 2 alpha beta to the left hand side, we get alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta is equals to alpha square plus beta square. Now putting the value of alpha plus beta, alpha beta and alpha square plus beta square in above equation. So I have just substitute all the values here. So by taking square of minus 3 upon 4, we get 9 upon 16. And by multiplying 2 to this fraction, we get plus 4 upon k is equals to 2. This minus and minus will be multiplied and it will turn into plus. And by taking its LCM, we get this step. Now by cross multiplying and simplifying, we get the value of k, that is equals to 64 upon 23. It's time for you people to do a question. So students, you are required to solve question number 3, part 2, in which you have to find out the value of k if sum of the squares of the roots of the equation is equals to 6. Two roots differ by a given number. So students, I am going to explain example number 3 on page number 28 of your textbook, in which we have to find out the value of h if the roots of the equation differ by 3. It's very important question according to the board point of view. So please Kindly pay attention. In this question, we will not consider alpha and beta are the roots of the equation. In this question, a situation is different. In this question, it is given that the roots of the equation differ by 3. That means the difference between the roots of this equation is 3. So we will take first root is as alpha and the other root as alpha minus 3 because the difference between the root is equals to 3. So alpha and alpha minus 3 be the roots of the equation. Now we will find out the sum of the root. Now roots are alpha and alpha minus 3. If we add alpha plus the second root alpha minus 3 and by putting the values of a and b in the formula, we will get an equation 2 alpha minus 3 is equals to h, and by cross multiplication we get the value of alpha, that is equals to h plus 3 upon 2. Similarly, we will find out the product of the roots, that is alpha into alpha minus 3 is equals to c upon a, and by putting the values of a and c we get product of the root alpha into alpha minus 3 is 10. Now putting the value of alpha in above equation, we get these two brackets. First bracket is simply the value of alpha, and the second bracket is alpha minus 3, so h plus 3 upon 2 will be minus 3 is equals to 10. We will take LCM in the second bracket, so after simplification we will get these two brackets on the left hand side. Students, you can see that h plus 3 and h minus 3 are on the numerators. We can apply the formula of a square minus b square on the left hand side. So by applying formula and by cross multiplication we get 8 square minus 9 is equals to 40. Then 9 is shifted to the right side, and by simplifying more we get the value of h, that is equals to plus minus 7. Again, it's time for you people to solve these questions. You have to do both parts 1 and 2 of question number 4 of your exercise. The roots of the equation differ by unity. Unity here means 1. So you will consider roots of the equation alpha and alpha minus 1, as I have considered in the example alpha and alpha minus 3. Similarly, in question number 4 part 2, the roots of the equation differ by 2. So you will consider the roots of the equation as alpha, and the second root will be alpha minus 2. Now, roots satisfy a given relation. So students, I am going to explain example number 4 on page number 28, in which we have to find out the value of p if the roots alpha beta of the equation satisfy the relation, that is 2 alpha plus 5 beta is equals to 7. Since alpha and beta are the roots of the given equation, so the sum of the roots will be alpha plus beta is equals to 5. So we will shift alpha to the right hand side. We get the value of beta in terms of alpha, that is beta is equals to 5 minus alpha, and the product of the root will be equals to alpha plus alpha into beta is equals to c upon a, and by putting the values of c and a we will get alpha beta is equals to p. Now we have value of beta, that is equals to 5 minus alpha. Now we substitute the value of beta in equation number 2. But according to the given condition, putting the value of beta from equation number 1 in equation number 3, so 2 alpha plus 5 into 5 minus alpha is equals to 7. I have just replaced the value of beta. Beta is equals to 5 minus alpha. So by simplifying we get value of alpha. Now putting value of alpha in equation number 1 to get value of beta. We have already find out the value of beta, but it was in the term of alpha. So by putting value of alpha in this equation, we get beta is equals to 5 minus 6, and the value of beta is equals to minus 1. Now putting the values of alpha and beta in equation number 2 to get the value of p. So the equation was alpha beta is equals to p. By putting these two values we get p is equals to minus 6, and this was the required unknown value. Task. Now you have to do question number 5 part 3, in which you have to find out the value of m, and the given relation is 7 alpha minus 3 beta is equals to 18. So this is the last topic of today's lesson, that is both the sum and the product of the roots are equal to a given number. So students, I am going to explain question number 6 part 1, in which you have to find the value of m if the sum and the product of the roots of the equation is equal to the given number lambda. Consider alpha and beta be the roots of the given equation. So the sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equals to minus b upon a, and alpha beta is equals to a upon c. Students, in this question we have value of a is 2m plus 3, b is equals to 7m minus 5, and c is equals to 3m minus 10. By putting values of a, b, c in these two formulas, we get sum and the product of the roots as these two fractions. Now, according to the given condition, the sum of the root and the product of the root both are equals to lambda. If we combine these two equations, we get alpha plus beta is equals to alpha beta, and by putting the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta, we get this relation. By cross multiplying, we can cancel out 2m plus 3 on both sides of the equation. So on the left hand side, minus 7m plus 5 is left, and on the right hand side we have 3m minus 10. Now by shifting minus 7m to the right side and minus 10 to the left hand side, we get the equation 15 is equals to 10m, and by cross multiplying and cancellation we get the value of m, that is equals to 3 upon 2, and this was the required result. Task. Now students, in the similar way you have to solve question number 6 part 2 of your exercise 2.3, in which you have to find out the value of m if the sum and the product of the roots of the equation is equal to the given number lambda, and this is your quadratic equation. Let's recap the lesson. You know the standard quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. If we apply completing square method on this equation, we get roots of the equation that are alpha and beta. And if these are the roots of the quadratic equation, so the sum of the roots of the quadratic equation, we have the formula minus b upon a, and for the products of the roots of the quadratic equation we have the formula c upon a. And by using these two formulas we can solve different problems very easily. So students, I have compiled all the given tasks in the video for you, which you have done already during watching the video. Hope you understand the lesson. Thank you very much.